Hello everyone, dear friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Today, Tim is playing a mode called Anxiety Inside Police Prison Run Escape.
Guys, your support is really important to us. Without you, Tim won't be able to overcome these very scary and dangerous obstacles. Subscribe and hit the like button.
Today, Tim is escaping from the prison of anxiety. I'm really angry. Anxiety, why did you lock Tim in this prison? Huh? That's very mean. It makes me furious.
Anger? I don't think it was anxiety. She couldn't have done that, although who knows. But this place is really disgusting and gross. Tim, let's get out of here quickly.
Guys, don't panic. Be optimistic. This is just another one of our adventures, and it must be an evil copy of anxiety that locked us up here. I'm not sure, but I definitely like our new adventure.
Guys, how could you think it was me? I'm really scared of all this. I swear, I'm really worried about our boy Tim. I would never do such a thing to him.
Oh no, she locked up Envy, and I definitely don't envy her. Why is this fake copy of anxiety bothering us? I'm so angry.
Oh no, she's disgusting. We need to rescue Envy as quickly as possible and avoid crossing paths with that revolting creature.
Guys, no need to panic. We've got explosives to break the cage and free Envy. Come on, Tim. We have to help her.
Oh no, this is really dangerous. I'm so worried about our boy Tim. Please be careful.
What the heck is this? What kind of nonsense is this? It makes me so angry. I'm about to erupt like a volcano. What the heck? Whoa! That's an explosion.
Oh my gosh, this smell is so disgusting. This place is terrible. It reeks. The vibe here is so dull and gross. Ugh! Tim, let's hurry up and get out of here. We've helped Envy escape, so we did a great job. But now it's time to leave.
Guys, we helped Envy escape, and that's awesome. Now let's stay positive and start finding our own way out of this prison. I believe Tim can do it. He's a smart boy. What do you think?
We're back in the ventilation system, and it's so cramped and scary in here. I believe in our boy, but I'm really worried. What if something happens to him and he can't make it out?
Seriously? A bathroom disgust. How are you holding up?
Oh, no. This is awful. It's disgusting. Why does it smell so bad in here? I can't stay here for long. You all saw it yourselves. I think I'm about to puke. Yes, definitely. I'm close to it. Tim, let's get out of here quickly.
Disgust. Keep it together. It's okay. Tim has escaped the restroom, so you won't feel nauseous anymore. Everything's fine. Tim is heading in the right direction. Keep it up.
Thanks. I'll try to keep it together. I see that Tim has already left that awful room and is heading in the right direction. I'll hang in there and support him despite all the unpleasant moments. Go, Tim. You've got this.
All right. I think it's time to share a couple of interesting stories with our viewers. Guys, are you subscribed to our channel? If not, I'll give you 5 seconds to subscribe and hit the like button. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Did you make it? If not, I'll give you another 5 seconds.
Well, all right. This touching story will move you, I promise. The atmosphere at the stadium was amazing. Tim and his team were playing in the finals of the football tournament, and I was just glowing with happiness. They demonstrated incredible skills and teamwork. I saw Tim becoming more confident with every moment, and it was magnificent. When the referee blew the whistle announcing Tim as the winner, the stadium erupted with cheers. Everyone celebrated the victory, and Tim was on cloud 9.
Although I was happy for Tim, I have to admit I had a bit of anxiety. The competition was over, but all this attention and emotion could affect his self-esteem. Also, when the cheerleaders started showing interest in Tim, I worried that it might be too overwhelming for him. What if he doesn't know how to handle the newfound attention?
I had to tamp down my surge of anger when I saw that cheerleader approaching Tim with a loving look. He had just won the tournament, and now this stranger was clinging to him. Why did she have to appear right now? At first, I didn't understand how Tim would handle this new attention, and it just infuriated me. But of course, my anger gradually subsided when I saw Tim accepting her compliments with a smile and a bit of shyness.
I can't hide that I was a bit disgusted by the whole situation at first. All this attention, flirting, and the pink hearts against the backdrop of a sports victory seemed a bit excessive to me. But when I saw them smiling together, my disgust started to turn into understanding. After all, these are just emotions, and no one can stop Tim from being happy.
All these emotions actually turned out to be wonderful. When Tim and the cheerleader started talking, I saw how both of them became more joyful. They talked about the football tournament, how Tim always dreamed of becoming a professional footballer, and how the cheerleader had always admired his play. I felt overwhelmed with joy when Tim asked her to meet again.
Of course, I was still a bit anxious. What if Tim was too nervous and couldn't relax on the date? What if he couldn't find common ground with the cheerleader? But I saw them chatting happily, and it reassured me a bit. If they feel comfortable with each other, maybe everything will turn out well.
I finally realized that my anger was misplaced. Tim deserves happiness, and if this girl makes him happy, then why not? I saw him laughing and joking with her and understood that my angry feelings were just unnecessary. It seems like it was a good experience for him.
I can't hide that I was a bit disgusted by the whole situation at first. All this attention, flirting, and the pink hearts against the backdrop of a sports victory seemed a bit excessive to me. But when I saw them smiling together, my disgust started to turn into understanding. After all, these are just emotions, and no one can stop Tim from being happy.
In the end, Tim and the girl agreed to a date, and I saw them walking together, happy and smiling. It was wonderful. I'm glad they found each other and can share their feelings. Sometimes when you win something important, life gives you unexpected but very pleasant surprises. Tim is now not only a football tournament winner, but also a happy guy starting a new chapter in his life.
Hey guys, how did you like our story? Did you enjoy it? Want more? If so, make sure to subscribe and like our channel. Your support means a lot to us. And now, let's continue.
It was an amazing day. Tim and I decided to have a picnic in the park, and everything was going perfectly. The sunshine, fresh air, delicious food, I was practically glowing with happiness. Tim was in a great mood, organizing everything down to the smallest detail. Tasty sandwiches, fruit salad, and even a folding chair for comfortable seating. Around us, kids were playing, families were enjoying their time together, and Tim seemed to radiate joy. I was thrilled with how everything was unfolding.
But just as everything started to seem perfect, I felt a bit of anxiety. I saw Tim opening the food package, and suddenly remembered that he might have forgotten about his nut allergies. A small worry crept in. What if someone brought nuts, or if the salad had ingredients that could trigger a reaction? I couldn't shake the thought that something might go wrong, and it was bothering me.
Then I noticed someone starting to launch balloons right into our picnic area. These people didn't seem to care at all that others were relaxing around them. Balloons were flying, and some landed right on our tables, messing up the food. I was furious. How could people be so rude? This was our day, our picnic, and someone was ruining it with their antics. I could feel my irritation growing with each passing minute.
All these balloons and trash around me became absolutely disgusting. When I saw someone inflating a balloon and throwing it in another direction, it accidentally landed in our fruit salad. It was a nightmare. I couldn't look away from the horrible sight, and everything started to look so dirty and unpleasant. I nearly lost my appetite, and it was a real test for my nerves.
But as soon as I saw Tim approaching the group with the balloons, calmly explaining the situation with a smile and humor, everything started to get better. He asked them not to launch balloons near our picnic and suggested a new spot for their activities. It was an incredible moment. Tim managed to keep his composure and kindness even in a difficult situation, and it made me incredibly happy. In the end, the celebration continued, and everything became much more pleasant.
I felt more at ease seeing how Tim handled the situation so effectively. Of course, I was still a bit worried about potential unexpected incidents, but it seemed like everything was going in the right direction. Tim had everything organized, and I could relax a little. He confirmed that everything he brought was safe, and I felt relieved.
My anger gradually subsided. Seeing how Tim managed everything and how people started to follow the rules, I calmed down. Sure, there was still some lingering irritation from how the situation started, but now that everything was settled, I realized that sometimes you just need to take a break and let go of anger.
Although some traces of balloons and trash still remained, I saw Tim and his friends cleaning up the leftovers and tidying everything up. I noticed that even in such situations, you can find something positive. We were able to enjoy the picnic again, and I felt better seeing that things were returning to normal.
In the end, we continued our picnic, enjoying the food and good company. I felt happiness again seeing Tim laughing and interacting with friends. Even if things didn't go perfectly, we still made the day special. It's a reminder that even in tough moments, it's important to stay positive and find joy in every moment.
Well, guys, while we were sharing stories, Tim has already reached the end. He just has to defeat the final boss now. Tim, you're almost there. Go for it.
Subscribe, like, and goodbye, everyone.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Joy, along with my friends Anxiety, Anger, and Disgust. Today, our boy Tim is going to take on the exciting mode called Disgust Barry's Prison Run. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so that Tim can get out of here safely.
What? Disgust! Why did you lock us up in this prison? Why did you lock Tim up? This could be really dangerous.
What? Disgust? Are you kidding me? This is your doing? I'm furious. Why would you do this?
Guys, believe me, I really have nothing to do with this. Maybe it's just a poor imitation of me. I would never do something so disgusting to Tim.
Guys, let's not fight. We're a team, we should stay positive. Besides, look around, it's actually quite fascinating and interesting in here and
very dangerous. Every room here feels like a nightmare to me.
Oh, wow, look! Do you see that figure up ahead? It looks just like disgust. How is that even possible? This is infuriating. I'm boiling with anger. How dare they?
we need to find a way out of here. Hey, look over there. Ventilation. If we can reach it, we might be able to escape.
Ugh! Why is it always ventilation? It's so dirty and cramped. But fine, if this is our only way out, we'll have to crawl through it. But I'm protesting.
We're almost there. Just a little more and we'll be saved. It's so exciting, like being in a real movie. We'll make it and everything will be all right.
We did it! We escaped! Now he can't get us, but we need to keep moving to find the exit and finally put this nightmare behind us.
Oh, it stinks so badly here. It's really disgusting. I can't wait until we finally get to fresh air. I hope this path leads to something less revolting.
We're heading down. Tim, are you sure this is a good idea?
Don't worry, Anxiety. Tim always has everything under control. Just a little more and we'll be free. I'm confident about that.
Wow, where are we? What is this dungeon? Everything looks so bright and big. It feels strange.
And it also smells really bad. Oh God, when will we get out of this horrible prison? Subscribers, help us out! Please like and subscribe to our channel. It will give Tim the motivation to keep going if he sees that hundreds of people are rooting for him.
Oh no! This bridge is very dangerous. I'm really worried about our boy Tim. Please be careful, Tim. We always end up in risky situations.
The bridge is crossed. Everything's fine, Anxiety. No need to panic. Tim will handle it.
So here's another challenge ahead. It looks easy, but we need to be extremely careful. Oh no, what's that huge ball? It could crush us.
Tim, run faster. This is very dangerous. Don't get hit by the ball, please. Wait a minute. What are those on the walls? Are they memories? But where did they come from? What are they doing here?
Guys, I'm starting to get confused. The control panel at the beginning, the memories, the bright objects. Where are we even? Maybe Tim ended up in someone's head. Perhaps somewhere in a memory warehouse?
I don't know, but I'm really scared. A copy of Disgust is chasing us again. How many of them are there, and why does it look so much like our friend?
I'm about to erupt lava, I swear. I'm so angry. This is happening again. This place is full of mysteries we still can't solve.
Phew, it looks like we've escaped. She was so disgusting. I'm glad Tim got away from her. She looked terrible and smelled even worse. I hope we don't run into her again.
Guys, let's run up the stairs. See, everything's fine. We're safe for now. No need to panic or be scared.
How about we share a few interesting stories with our viewers while Tim finds his way out?
I think that's a great idea. It will help us distract ourselves from this nightmare and feel less scared. Everyone, give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to hear some stories from us.
Well, I think our viewers have already liked and subscribed. Tim was always looking for adventure, and here he found himself in an abandoned castle full of mysteries and secrets. He was thrilled to discover such a place, and each new discovery brought him more joy. Exploring the ancient corridors and investigating old objects was a real pleasure for him. I was happy with him, seeing his enthusiasm and excitement.
But with each step, I became more and more nervous. The castle was dark and abandoned, and the silence around us only intensified my fears. Every creak and rustle made me anxious, and I worried that Tim might run into something dangerous. My concerns grew as he explored dark corners and labyrinthine hallways. I was worried for his safety and was on the verge of panic.
When strange things started happening in the castle, I couldn't stay calm. Doors creaked, and sometimes it felt like someone was watching us. This was outrageous. Why did the old castle have to be so mystical and frightening? I was ready to fight these mysterious forces to protect him and ensure his safety. I couldn't stand by and watch the castle scare him.
Some parts of the castle were just disgusting. We encountered decaying furniture, moldy walls, and dust that was almost visible. The smell of mustiness and decay was terrible. These places were so dirty and unpleasant that I felt uncomfortable. The castle was not only scary but also extremely unpleasant to the senses.
Despite all the difficulties and fears, Tim continued to enjoy the adventure. He found an old diary that told the story of the castle's past and its inhabitants. This was a real treasure. Tim was thrilled with his discoveries and proud that he could uncover part of the history of this mysterious place. His joy and satisfaction were contagious, and even in the spooky atmosphere, he continued to find positive moments.
As events became more strange, I was on the verge of panic. Instead of the usual silence of the castle, we began to hear eerie sounds and creaks, and in some places, the air felt heavy and oppressive. I worried about Tim's safety and wanted him to get out of this scary place as soon as possible.
I was infuriated when Tim encountered the most frightening parts of the castle, full of creepy frescoes and symbols. Why did the old place have to be so horrible and uncomfortable? I was outraged that the castle was trying to scare Tim and disrupt his adventure. This was unfair and unacceptable. I wanted Tim to leave all these scary things behind and find a safe place.
When Tim finally got out of the darkest corners of the castle, I felt relieved. The castle was not only scary, but also an extremely unpleasant place. I was glad that all of this was behind us and hoped Tim would never encounter anything like it again.
Despite all the difficulties, Tim was thrilled with his discoveries and adventures. He was proud that he had overcome his fears and explored the abandoned castle. Coming home brought relief and joy. Tim told his friends about his impressions, and his eyes once again sparkled with happiness. This adventure became a unique and unforgettable experience for him. We were all glad that, despite all the fears and discomforts, he found joy and satisfaction in this unusual journey.
So guys, did you enjoy it? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really motivates us to take on new challenges.
The next story is about how we were emotions in the mind of an evil scientist. When we found ourselves in Dr. Green's mind, an evil scientist, I was consumed with righteous anger. He used his intellect to create things that could harm others. It infuriated me. How can one waste their talents on destruction when they could be creating something useful? I decided our task was to channel his energy into a more constructive direction.
We started by trying to spark an interest in him for things that could bring joy and benefit. Instead of dark experiments, we aimed to inspire him to focus on something positive. At one point, he even became interested in creating devices that could improve people's lives. That was a huge step forward. Every time he did something kind or useful, we rejoiced with him, and his mood gradually improved.
Of course, I was constantly worried that he might revert to his old habits. His dark thoughts and plans still occasionally surfaced, and I was anxious that he might become evil again. Whenever he delved into his grim schemes, I tried to redirect his attention to something brighter and more positive. It felt like we were walking on thin ice, and any misstep could ruin everything.
I was particularly disturbed by his experiments, which were often unethical and dangerous. I felt revulsion towards how he treated his subjects and the experiments themselves. We began pushing him to reconsider his methods and think about the consequences of his actions. Gradually, he started to understand that he could be beneficial rather than harmful. His approach to his work became more responsible and ethical.
Over time, we saw Dr. Green begin to change. He became more open, started participating in community projects, and helped other scientists. His work ceased to be dark and threatening. Instead, he focused on creating inventions that could improve people's lives and help the environment. This path was not easy, but eventually, he became a kind and respected scientist. We were thrilled to help him see the brighter side and find the strength for change.
Sometimes he still experienced bursts of anger, but now they were directed at fighting injustice and improving the world. He used his passion and energy to do good rather than evil. We saw him becoming happier and more satisfied with his work and life overall. It was a true miracle to see him transform from an evil scientist into a kind and caring person.
Hooray! Tim defeated the final boss and we finally escaped from the prison. We are free!
Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Hello everyone, dear friends. As usual, we're here with your favorite characters: joy, anxiety, anger, and disgust. Today, Tim is going to tackle a new mode called Anger Berry's Prison Run.
Is that Anger? Is that you? Did you lock us up, trap Tim in this scary prison?
No, Anxiety, calm down. I don't know the guy who locked us up here. It must be my twin brother. Otherwise, I can't explain who he is because he really looks like me. Guys, subscribe to the channel and like the video, and also comment below why you think that guy looks so much like me.
Hey guys, look at the walls. Those are memories. How did they get there? Is Tim inside someone's head? How is that even possible?
Why assume we're inside someone's head? Maybe they're just colorful balloons and there's nothing more to it.
I understand. But we're in a ventilation shaft, and it's really scary. Tim, please, let's hurry up. I'm very scared.
Darn it, there's that guy who looks like me again. He spotted us. Let's get out of here.
Oh no, he's really close. I can't stand being near him. He smells awful. Tim, please, let's move to a more pleasant and comfortable place quickly.
Ventilation! I see the ventilation! We need to run there. We'll get away from him, and he definitely won't reach us there. Let's go!
Oh no, not there. We just came from there. I'm really scared of confined spaces. It's dark and cramped. What if Tim gets stuck? Aren't there any other options?
I'm about to explode. Who the hell is this guy? How dare he trap us here? How dare he chase after Tim? Once we escape, I'll sort this out. But for now, we have to stay alert and extremely cautious.
Oh no, oh God, it smells so terrible here. Why did we even come here? I can't stand any of this. Tim, let's get out of here as soon as possible.
See how strong our boy is. He'll make it. We'll definitely get to the end. But where exactly are we now?
Great, we ended up in a dungeon. Everything here is very bright. What if something collapses right on our boy? It's really scary, honestly.
Tim needs to be more careful and vigilant. Below us is lava. If Tim makes a mistake, he could fall right into it. We can't let that happen.
Oh my God, it's so cold, damp, and musty here. Can I please not look at this? Although I'll still feel it. It's awful. There are so many rats. It feels like we're the first ones to come here in hundreds of years.
Look at that big sphere. It looks mesmerizing.
Joy, that big sphere could crush Tim. It's really scary. What if he doesn't make it in time and gets squished? I'm afraid to even think about it.
Anxiety, calm down. Tim is doing great. He'll make it in time and won't get crushed. I promise.
I think Tim needs to be careful. He's almost done it.
Great, hooray. Tim has overcome that obstacle. Keep it up. Guys, I think it's a good time to share a few fascinating stories with our viewers. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll get started. This story is about the invasion of alien monkeys. When we first saw them in our world, I felt a sense of adventure. These creatures were amusing and strange, with vibrant colors and unusual abilities. Although their arrival caused some commotion, I was thrilled to witness something so extraordinary and fantastic. There was joy in seeing the world in a new light and experiencing something unique.
However, I couldn't help but worry. The alien monkeys behaved very oddly. They started exploring the city, and it seemed like they didn't quite understand how things worked here. I was concerned that their behavior could lead to problems or even pose a threat to people. I tried to keep an eye on their actions, hoping that they wouldn't cause harm and could quickly adapt to our world.
Honestly, I was frustrated by how they were wandering around the streets and creating chaos. The monkeys were littering, building their toys right in the middle of roads and disrupting people's daily lives. I felt like we needed to stop them, or at least teach them to behave more respectfully. Why should we put up with their mess and disorder when they're the ones causing it?
When the monkeys started spreading their exotic products and gadgets, I couldn't help but feel disgusted. These strange things looked creepy and were completely messy. Where did they get all that dirt on their paws? And why did they decide to leave it on people's furniture and clothing? I hope they would quickly learn how to behave in our world. Otherwise, it would become a big problem.
Fortunately, once their behavior stabilized a bit, I noticed that they began interacting with people and helping them with everyday tasks. The monkeys used their alien technology to create fun and useful things, which brought joy to many people. They became part of our world, and their presence added a unique charm to the everyday routine.
Although I saw that the monkeys were beginning to establish contact with people, I still worried that a new conflict or problem could arise. How would their relationship with us develop? Would they be able to adapt and understand that their actions needed to align with our customs? I kept an eye on the situation to be prepared for any surprises.
Sometimes I was still angry when some of the monkeys didn't fully grasp what they could and couldn't do. Their attempts to experiment with our technology led to annoying glitches and even breakdowns. It was extremely frustrating, but I knew that patience and understanding would help to improve their behavior and integration.
Gradually, as the monkeys learned to maintain order and respect our customs, my disgust began to fade. I realized that much of their strange behavior was due to their ignorance about our world. Once they settled in, it became clear that their presence could be interesting and even beneficial.
In the end, the alien monkeys found their place in our world. They became new friends and partners, and their unusual abilities helped people in various aspects of life. We learned to see the world from their perspective and understood that sometimes unexpected events can lead to amazing discoveries and new opportunities. We were all delighted that we could adapt and find common ground with these extraordinary beings.
Did you enjoy the story, friends? Do you want more? Then hit that like button and subscribe, and let's keep going.
Recently, Tim had a real blast. His parents decided to surprise him with a day of adventures at an amusement park. We were all, including me, thrilled about it. Tim couldn't wait to ride all the cool attractions, roller coasters, the Ferris wheel, and water slides. Everything was filled with laughter, bright lights, and fun. Tim was literally glowing with happiness, and it was contagious.
But of course, I couldn't fully relax. I was worried about Tim's safety on the rides. Some of them looked too fast and dangerous. I kept a close eye to make sure he was strapped in and reminded him to pay attention to the instructions. My anxiety grew when Tim and his friends decided to try the most extreme ride in the park.
I was a bit irritated when some of the kids in line for the ride started shouting and pushing. It was disrespectful and disrupted others, including Tim. It especially annoyed me when one of the boys started throwing trash on the floor. I thought if they were more considerate of others, everything would be much more pleasant.
Additionally, I felt disgusted by the state of some places in the park. Seeing dirty restrooms and unclean trash bins, I couldn't help but feel it ruined the overall experience. I hoped Tim wouldn't notice and get upset about the mess. I wanted him to focus on the fun and good experiences rather than the unpleasant details.
Fortunately, despite the small troubles and issues, Tim and his friends enjoyed every moment of the day. They laughed, screamed with excitement on the rides, and even with some inconveniences, the day was unforgettable. Tim was so happy that his smile could light up the entire day. We were all delighted to see him spending time with friends and enjoying all the park's joys.
My anxiety eased a bit when we saw that everyone got home safe and sound. I was relieved that Tim was cautious and followed all the ride instructions. Overall, the day went well despite minor worries.
I was still somewhat annoyed by some people's behavior in the park, but I realized it was important not to let these small things ruin the overall experience. Tim was happy, and that's what mattered most. I decided it was better to focus on the positive moments and enjoy that Tim had such a wonderful day.
Over time, I got used to the fact that large places have some unpleasant details. I was still glad that Tim was able to enjoy his day despite the minor inconveniences. It was important to see that he found joy in every aspect and enjoyed his time with friends.
And so the evening came to a close, and Tim was full of impressions and happiness. This day at the amusement park became a real celebration for him, full of adventures and fun. We were all pleased to be part of this special day, and I was proud of how Tim handled any challenges to make the day truly unforgettable.
So, how did you like the story? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know which mode we should try next time.
Guys, we've reached the final boss. Tim needs to defeat him.
He's huge and scary. Subscribers, help us.
He's disgusting. Tim, let's finish him off and get out of here quickly. I believe in you. You can do it.
Tim, tear him to shreds! Go, Tim! He deserves this. We're at the final stretch. Just one last push and we're free!
Look how well Tim is handling it. Keep it up. Go, Tim. Just a little more to go.
What if it hurts Tim? I'm so scared. Please, my boy, be careful.
Oh no! He's insane! Tim, show him. He has to pay for locking us up. Go on, just a bit more. I believe in you. Tear him apart.
Thanks for sticking with us, everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your support means the world to us and keeps us motivated. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you next time. Hello, everyone, dear friends. Today we will be playing Escape Evil Inside Out 2 Prison.
Guys, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so that Tim can make it to the end.
Look at this. It's our control panel. What's it doing here?
I don't know, but it smells terrible here. Is that fish? Canned food? Whatever it is, it's disgusting.
All right, let's go. I think it's a great idea to escape through the ventilation above. Guys, let's give it a try.
Oh no, it's really cramped in the ventilation. What was written on the wall? Did you see it?
No, Anxiety, I didn't see it. Maybe our viewers did. Guys, please write in the comments what was written on that wall. We're moving on. It's high up here, but we'll manage.
Oh no, it's really high up. Just look at those spikes down there. If our boy Tim falls, I'm about to cry from fear. I'm so worried for Tim.
Anxiety, calm down. See, everything's fine. We're not going to fall onto the spikes. Tim is okay. But where are we? And why does it smell so bad here?
Hey, who's that? Yeah, disgust. I'm starting to smell it too. Oh no, she looks a lot like our Joy. How dare she chase us?
We need to run faster. Guys, I don't know who that is or why her face looks like mine and why she's chasing Tim. There's no time to figure it out. We just have to run.
That creature is terrifying. Did you see how it looks? It's farting and chasing people. I'm really scared. Tim, please, let's go faster.
Phew, that was close. That was dangerous. I hope it gets safer and less disgusting from here. We need to find out who that was and why she looks so much like Joy.
Guys, I really don't know who that is. Maybe it's some kind of evil copy of me that wants to destroy us.
Destroy us? I'll destroy anyone who dares to touch Tim. Let's keep moving forward. No looking back.
This pit looks pretty suspicious. By the way, when did Tim get so good at digging so quickly?
Tim is smart and strong. He can handle these challenges easily. But where are we now? This place looks really unpleasant and disgusting. Tim, you need to find a way out of here quickly.
The exit is near. I can feel it. We just need to stay vigilant and avoid falling. It's simple, and I doubt anything will happen to us even if we do fall. Let's keep moving forward.
Joy, that's lava. It's dangerous. We need to be very careful.
What is this room? Everything looks so unusual and mysterious. I love puzzles and adventures, and this looks like a real challenge.
That guy clearly isn't happy about our visit. Why is he chasing us? We're just trying to find a way out, and he's acting like we've invaded his territory. We need to be careful and find a way to get rid of him before it's too late.
Ah, what a disgusting smell. It's as if the entire castle is soaked in filth and foul substances. I can't believe we ended up here. And that man, his appearance and odor are just horrifying.
Don't worry, it's all part of the adventure. We'll get through this. Let's see what's behind the next doors. Everything will be fine if we stick together and act as a team.
Congratulations. We escaped the castle, Tim. You did a great job. I hope we won't have to worry so much about our boy in the future. Keep up the good work.
Friends, let's share a couple of interesting stories with our viewers while Tim is going through these challenges. Please like and subscribe, and let's get started.
Once we went on a quest to find a lost treasure. The legend said that the treasure was hidden in ancient ruins, and only the bravest could find it. We decided to take on this challenge and start our adventure.
I felt the tension and worry because we didn't know what lay ahead. The ruins were filled with traps and puzzles. I was concerned that we might get lost or run into trouble.
I was outraged when I saw that some traps were especially devious and dangerous. I knew we had to be cautious to avoid falling into a trap and becoming victims of this treacherous treasure.
Inside the ruins, there was a lot of dirt and unpleasant smells. I didn't like being in such conditions, but I knew we had to continue our adventure despite the discomfort.
Finally, we found the key to the last puzzle, and it led us to a hidden room where the treasure was concealed. We were thrilled to have found it and overcome all the obstacles.
I felt relief when we found the treasure, but I was also wary. What if someone found out about our success and tried to take it from us?
I was glad that we managed to keep the treasure safe. We deserved this success despite all the difficulties and dangers.
Even though the treasure was found, I was still not pleased with all the dirt and troubles we had to endure. The main thing is that we completed the task.
We returned home with the treasure and were proud of ourselves. It was an incredible adventure, and we were all happy that we were able to complete it together. This is a story about how, along with anger, anxiety, and disgust, we were the emotions of Alex, a famous stuntman. Alex was performing in Hollywood, and his stunts were true artistry. When everything went smoothly, we celebrated his successes and supported him as he took the stage. Each stunt was a true celebration for us, and Alex always looked happy and confident.
On the day when everything went wrong, I was especially tense. Alex was preparing for a complex stunt that seemed too risky. I was worried that something might go wrong, and unfortunately, my fears came true. Alex suffered a serious injury. I was horrified and anxious about how this could affect his career and health.
When I learned about Alex's injury, I was furious. It was unfair that he ended up in such a situation. How could the organizers or the team not account for all the risks? I was scathing and angry at everyone who could be responsible for what happened. It was unacceptable, and I felt that Alex did not deserve such treatment.
It was unpleasant to see what happened to Alex. The injury was horrifying and disgusting, and it was hard for me to watch him suffer. I felt that the whole situation was the result of negligence and disregard for safety. It all caused me a sense of disgust.
Despite the heavy ordeal, we, as Alex's emotions, decided to support him during this difficult time. We knew he would not give up and would continue to fight. Alex was determined to recover and return to his work. We tried to boost his spirit and remind him that he was strong and capable of overcoming difficulties.
I was still worried, but saw that Alex was taking steps for his recovery. He was undergoing rehabilitation, working with doctors, and continuing to believe in the best. I was concerned about his health, but saw that he was doing everything possible for his recovery.
I was glad that Alex did not break down and continued to fight despite everything that happened. I was angry that he had to go through this, but proud of how he reacted to the tough situations. We continued to support him in his fight for recovery and safety.
Although I was still dissatisfied with what had happened, I saw how Alex turned his pain into motivation. He did not let negativity defeat him, and that was commendable. I hope that such situations would not recur, and that safety on set would be improved.
Alex managed to overcome his injury and return to his career, but now he was even more attentive to safety issues. His resilience and courage inspired us all. We were proud that we could support him during this difficult time. This story reminded us of the importance of being there for those we care about and finding light in the darkest moments of life.
Did you enjoy it? If so, give us a like and subscribe, and we won't stop. Let's keep going. Also, feel free to leave your opinions in the comments. Your support means a lot to us.
We, along with anger, anxiety, and disgust, were Tim's emotions when he participated in a football tournament. It was an exciting time, full of anticipation and hope. We were all thrilled when Tim and his team made it to the finals. It was the moment we had been eagerly awaiting.
On the day of the tournament, I was filled with anxiety. It was the final match, and the whole team was under immense pressure. I worried that Tim and his friends might make mistakes or face difficulties. We wanted everything to go perfectly, but were anxious about every detail, from the condition of the field to the team's preparation.
I was determined. When the match started, I was ready for any challenges. I felt anger when I saw the opponents playing aggressively and using dirty tricks. I wanted Tim and his team to not fall for the provocations and to keep fighting until the end. We had to show that we could overcome any obstacles.
I was skeptical and felt disgusted at moments when the game became tense. There were instances when the referees made questionable decisions and the opposing players didn't always play fairly. It was unpleasant and made me uncomfortable. I feared that this might affect the outcome of the game.
Despite all our worries, Tim and his team played incredibly. They fought for every ball, and their perseverance and teamwork impressed everyone. And then, at the very end of the match, when the score was almost tied, Tim scored the decisive goal. It was an amazing sight, and all the spectators and we, his emotions, were on cloud nine with happiness.
I was filled with relief and joy when Tim and his team won. All the tension and fear I felt disappeared when we saw them celebrating their victory. I was proud that all their efforts and training had yielded such wonderful results.
I was incredibly proud of Tim and his team for not giving in to provocations and fighting until the end. The victory was well-deserved, and I was glad that we managed to prove our strength and endurance. Everything was great, and we got what we deserved.
Although I didn't like some of the unpleasant moments in the game, I couldn't help but be happy for Tim and his team. They overcame difficulties and achieved success. The victory was well earned, and it showed that despite all the challenges, they managed to overcome every obstacle.
So Tim and his team won the football tournament, and it was an incredible victory. We were all thrilled to see them enjoying their success and celebrating their well-deserved win. This story showed that hard work, support from friends, and loyalty to one's team can lead to amazing results. We are proud of Tim and his team and happy to have been part of this wonderful moment.
Thank you for joining us and following our adventures. We hope you enjoyed our stories and had a great time watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss our new videos. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, today we're going to play Roblox in the game mode MR Yummy Supermarket. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give us a like, and also leave a comment about which game mode you'd like to see next. Let's get started.
I have a feeling that Mr. Yummy is not the cleanest person. Just look at this place. There are sauces spilled everywhere. It looks like ketchup and mustard. It smells so bad. It seems like something else has gone bad here too. He really needs to hire a cleaning company to sort this out.
Oh, look at this mess. Just look at the floor. There are puddles everywhere. This place is disgusting. How can anyone work in such a filthy environment? And that Mr. Yummy guy looks so smug, like he doesn't care at all.
I know. It's really unsettling. What if those puddles are something harmful? What if they're dangerous? I'm really worried about Tim. What if he slips and hurts himself? We need to be extra careful here.
Seriously, how can someone be so careless? If he can't even keep a supermarket clean, what else is he neglecting? I'm so angry just thinking about it. We should do something about this.
I just keep thinking about all the potential hazards. What if those puddles are hiding something worse? We need to make sure Tim doesn't get hurt. I'm so anxious just looking at this place.
Well, we have to deal with it. If Mr. Yummy can't clean up his own mess, we might have to find a way to help him. But I'm not going to be happy about it.
Agreed. Let's just focus on keeping Tim safe and getting out of here. I'm too worried about all the dangers in this place to think about anything else right now.
I think these cashiers are unhappy with their work. Some look like they're hungry, others seem exhausted. Mr. Yummy doesn't seem to care about his employees at all and makes them work to the bone. We need to do something about this. Maybe punish him and help the cashiers.
Wow, look at this room. It's like a magical playground for kids. The walls are painted with bright colors, and there are so many toys and games scattered around. It's so cheerful and fun. I bet kids love spending time here.
Ugh, are you serious? Look closer. The toys are all over the place, and some of them look really dirty. There are crumbs and stains on the carpet, and it smells a bit musty. It's not as charming as it seems.
Come on, it's supposed to be a fun space for kids. A little mess is normal. Besides, those toys look like they've had a lot of happy playtime. The room has a lot of potential to be a great place for children.
Maybe, but the filth and disorganization are hard to ignore. I can't help but feel grossed out by the mess and the smell. It's not just a little mess. It's pretty disgusting.
I understand that it might not be perfect, but the overall vibe is still positive. If someone cleaned it up a bit, it would be a fantastic space for kids to play and enjoy themselves.
Well, I suppose you're right about the potential, but it definitely needs a thorough cleaning before it can be truly enjoyable. I just hope someone takes care of it soon.
Exactly. With a bit of tidying up, this could be an amazing room for kids. Let's hope it gets the attention it needs.
Story time! Now we're going to tell you a story about Tim.
Today, we have an exciting story about how Tim saved the population from a zombie apocalypse. Imagine, our brave Tim found himself in the middle of a zombie outbreak and had to figure out how to save everyone. It was quite an adventure.
Oh no, not a zombie apocalypse. I was panicking from the start. What if Tim couldn't find a safe place? What if the zombies were too strong? I kept worrying about him as he tried to find a way out of this terrible situation.
Stop worrying, Anxiety. Tim isn't just any guy, he's a real hero. Sure, zombies are dangerous, but if anyone can stop them, it's him. If needed, I'll personally deal with those zombies to help Tim save people.
Zombies are just revolting. Their appearance and smell are horrifying. I was completely grossed out. I hope Tim can handle this without getting too close to such disgusting things.
When Tim started taking action, he first gathered a group of survivors and led them to a safe shelter. He came up with a plan for safe movement and defense. Despite the dangers, he kept a positive attitude and inspired others with his actions.
I couldn't stop worrying as Tim led people through ruined cities and dense forests. Every step was risky, and I feared something would go wrong. He did an incredible job ensuring everyone's safety.
Tim acted quickly and decisively. When zombies tried to breach their shelter, he took up arms and protected the people. I was so proud of him for showing he wasn't afraid to fight to protect those with him. We won't let anyone suffer because of these zombies.
With every encounter with zombies, my discomfort grew. These creatures were truly horrific, but I knew I had to support Tim. Despite my revulsion, I recognized that his bravery and determination were crucial for survival.
In the end, thanks to Tim's bravery and skill, the residents were able to build a new safe place and begin rebuilding. Tim became a real hero, and everyone was grateful for his efforts and courage. We were all so happy that we could help him in this great endeavor. It was a story of true heroism and friendship.
I still can't help but admire how Tim managed through this terrible ordeal. He turned panic and fear into hope and safety. It was a very tough moment, but he did everything right.
See, Anxiety? Tim handled it despite all the difficulties. He defeated the zombies and protected the people. I'm proud of his resilience and bravery.
Yes, despite the horrible moments and the disgust I felt, I'm glad Tim was able to handle the situation. Now we can hopefully rest easy and hope such horrors won't happen again.
And that's the end of our story, friends. Tim showed that even in the toughest situations, hope and strength can be found for the fight. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as we did.
The next story will be about how Tim went on a round-the-world journey.
We have an exciting story about how Tim embarked on a round-the-world journey. Picture this. Tim decided to travel to every corner of the globe, discovering new cultures, meeting interesting people, and having adventures like never before. It was a journey full of joy and wonder.
Oh, traveling around the world sounds thrilling, but it also makes me anxious. What if Tim gets lost in a foreign country? What if something goes wrong with his plans? There are so many unknowns, and I can't help but worry about his safety and well-being throughout this entire journey.
Enough with the worrying, Anxiety. Tim is a brave adventurer. He's going to face challenges head-on and show the world what he's made of. Sure, there might be bumps along the way, but I believe in his strength and determination. If anyone can handle a global journey, it's him.
Traveling can be so grimy and uncomfortable sometimes. All those crowded airports, dirty hotels, and strange foods. Yuck! I'm already feeling grossed out thinking about all the mess and unpleasantness Tim might encounter. But I suppose he has to endure it to experience the world.
Tim's journey began with excitement as he set off from his home. He first explored vibrant cities, tasted delicious street foods, and marveled at historical landmarks. Each new place brought a fresh wave of enthusiasm and happiness. The joy on Tim's face was contagious as he embraced each new experience.
As Tim ventured into remote areas and unfamiliar places, my anxiety grew. What if he encounters dangerous situations or gets sick? Every new destination seemed to come with its own set of risks. I kept hoping that Tim would stay safe and that his journey would go smoothly, despite my worries.
Even though there were obstacles, Tim didn't let them get in his way. He tackled every challenge with determination and grit. When he faced setbacks, he pushed through, demonstrating his resilience. I was ready to punch any problem that came his way, ensuring he could continue his adventure without too much hassle.
Some parts of Tim's journey were truly unpleasant. From enduring long flights with questionable food to dealing with unclean accommodations, it was a test of endurance. I was cringing at some of the less glamorous aspects of his travels. But I had to admit, despite the discomfort, Tim's spirit never wavered.
Eventually, Tim returned home, full of amazing stories and unforgettable experiences. His journey around the world had been an incredible adventure, filled with new friends, breathtaking sights, and personal growth. It was a true celebration of exploration and discovery, and his happiness was evident to everyone around him.
Even though I was anxious throughout Tim's travels, seeing him come back safe and happy was a huge relief. His adventure turned out to be a fantastic experience, and I felt reassured knowing he managed to handle everything so well.
Despite all the bumps along the way, Tim's journey was a success. He conquered challenges and made the most of every opportunity. I'm proud of his bravery and resilience throughout the entire trip.
Some parts of Tim's journey were truly unpleasant. From enduring long flights with questionable food to dealing with unclean accommodations, it was a test of endurance. I was cringing at some of the less glamorous aspects of his travels. But I had to admit, despite the discomfort, Tim's spirit never wavered.
Our stories have come to an end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and also leave your comments. See you next time, and goodbye. Hello, dear friends. As usual, we have joy, anxiety, anger, and disgust here. Today, Tim will be playing a mode called Escape Sadness Barry's Prison Run. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and let's get started.
Oh no! Why did sadness lock us up here, in this colorful yet terribly scary prison? We need to find a way out of here. This place looks deceptively bright, but I feel there are many dangers lurking around. Tim, be careful. Every step could be a trap. Let's combine our efforts and find an exit. Guys, we need your support more than ever. Subscribe, hit the like button, and let's get through this challenge together.
Sadness! How could you lock us in here? This isn't just a prison, it's a nightmare. But know this, I won't go down without a fight. Tim, if anything goes wrong, we'll fight our way out. No one leaves us here.
Ugh, what a horrible place. These rainbow walls look disgusting and are not cheerful at all. Tim, try not to touch anything. Who knows what germs might be here?
Hey, it's Sadness. But why is she chasing us? Maybe she wants to tell us something. Tim, don't stop, but stay alert.
Sadness! If this is another trap, I won't tolerate it. But if she really wants to say something, why doesn't she stop and explain? Tim, keep running, but stay sharp.
Why does she look so strange? And why this chase in the first place? This looks disgusting. Tim, don't let her get too close. Who knows what she's up to?
Phew, I was so worried. It's good that Tim managed to escape, but what do we do now? What other traps might lie ahead? Tim, be very careful.
Guys, I don't know what's waiting for us ahead, but Tim's got everything under control. Look how skillfully and beautifully he's digging. He's doing great.
This is just horrible. Lava everywhere. Tim, be very careful. One wrong step and you could fall. I'm so worried about you. Please be attentive and cautious.
Damn it, why does there have to be lava here? This is just unbearable. Tim, be careful and don't stop. We have to get through this, no matter what.
Ugh, that was simply awful. The lava, the heat, and that unbearable smell. But Tim made it. Let's hope the next challenge is less disgusting.
Wow, guys. Look at that huge ball. It looks very dangerous and mesmerizing. Tim needs to be careful here.
Oh, this is really scary. If Tim doesn't get away in time, that huge ball could cause him serious harm. We need to hope that he is fast and careful enough to avoid this.
Come on, Tim, you're almost there. Just a little bit more and you've got this. I believe in you.
Yes, Tim made it, but this prison is just awful. I can't wait to finally leave this disgusting place.
Guys, I suggest we take a little break and listen to a few interesting stories while Tim is escaping from the prison. Haven't liked and subscribed yet? I'll give you 5 seconds to do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If you missed it, I'm giving you another 5 seconds, and let's get started. When we became emotions in Nina's head, we immediately noticed that she was very withdrawn and reluctant to interact with other children. Nina often sat alone during lessons and breaks, and she found it hard to make friends. It was sad to see her joyful moments go unnoticed by those around her. I dreamed that she could open up and share her inner happiness with others. I knew I could help her if I tried harder to show how fun and interesting interaction can be.
However, I was in constant anxiety. I understood that Nina experienced a lot of fear when it came to socializing. Every time she needed to talk to someone or take part in a group task, her heart would start racing and she would become even more withdrawn. I worried that her fears were preventing her from opening up and building relationships. We needed to find a way to help her overcome these anxious feelings so she could feel more confident in social interactions.
I was frustrated when I saw that other kids didn't always understand Nina and sometimes judged her for being unsocial. It was unfair and wrong. I was angry that she had to feel lonely because of this issue and how sometimes others could hurt her. I knew something needed to be done to change the situation, and my anger turned into determination to help Nina improve her life.
At first, I felt disgusted seeing Nina isolate herself from others, with her fears and indecision worsening. It seemed like she was living in her own world, completely cut off from social life. I felt that these internal barriers were preventing her from enjoying social interactions. Therefore, we needed to help her overcome this sense of disgust towards interacting with others.
Initially, we decided to create small but joyful moments for Nina to help her feel more confident. We encouraged her to try participating in simple and enjoyable activities like games with friends or club activities. I used every opportunity to show Nina how communication could bring joy and satisfaction. Gradually, she started becoming more open to interactions and realized that socializing could be fun and pleasant.
I helped Nina manage her anxiety when she faced new situations. I tried to support her by reminding her that many of her fears weren't as terrifying as she imagined. We discussed her fears together, and I helped her gradually step out of her comfort zone, taking small steps.
From time to time, I felt anger towards those who didn't try to understand Nina or made her feel even more uncomfortable. But this anger helped me be more determined in supporting Nina. We worked on building her confidence so she could stand up to injustice and not let it hinder her development.
I learned to control my disgust and turn it into positive energy. We looked for ways to make Nina more open and receptive to interaction by creating comfortable and friendly situations. Gradually, Nina began to pay less attention to her sense of disgust towards socializing and started enjoying communication.
And then, after some time, Nina became significantly more sociable. She started making new friends, participating in group activities, and enjoying interactions with other children. I saw her face light up with happiness when she socialized and made friends. It was a moment we all had been waiting for, and I was incredibly happy to see Nina opening up and starting to enjoy socializing.
My anxiety gradually decreased as I saw Nina handling new situations. I was proud that her fears weren't stopping her and that she was finding joy in socializing. I knew she would continue to grow and develop.
I was satisfied that I was able to help Nina become more confident and sociable. My anger towards those who might have hurt her was now replaced by pride in her achievements. Nina was ready to face challenges, and we all made that possible together.
My disgust towards Nina's isolation and social rejection was now replaced by satisfaction. I was glad that Nina was able to overcome her internal barriers and find her place in the world.
Well, did you like it? If so, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll share another story with you. Today, we're all feeling a tremendous amount of excitement and joy. Our boy Tim has received an invitation to an amazing magical city that exists only in ancient fairy tales. We, his emotions, are ready to embark on this thrilling journey with him. Just imagine how many wonderful moments await us. Getting into this city is no easy feat, and Tim and I will have to face many exciting challenges. I can already see his face lighting up with happiness, and this is just the beginning.
But I can't help but worry. A journey to a magical city is always filled with surprises, and not all of them might be pleasant. We don't know what awaits us around every corner. There might be complex puzzles, dangerous situations, or magical creatures that could become obstacles. I'm afraid Tim might face challenges that could be too difficult for him. We need to be prepared for any outcome and help him deal with possible troubles.
I also feel a surge of anger. especially when I think about the potential difficulties. If anyone or anything tries to obstruct our journey, whether it's evil wizards or cunning traps, I'm ready to channel my anger and protect Tim. I won't tolerate anything standing in our way to reach our goal. We must stay strong and determined despite any obstacles that may come our way.
I can't ignore that this magical city isn't always perfect. While it seems enchanting, there might be strange or unpleasant things hidden within it. We could encounter magical creatures that are disgusting or dangerous. Labyrinths filled with webs or mysterious beings with unpleasant appearances might invoke my disgust. We need to be prepared to handle such unpleasantness and not let it distract us from our goal.
Despite all the concerns and worries, we're moving forward with great pleasure. Every new step reveals more wonders and amazing places. We meet friendly creatures, participate in magical games, and enjoy the beauty of the magical city. Seeing Tim open up and smile makes this entire journey especially meaningful and joyful.
I continue to be on guard, but I notice that my anxiety is gradually fading as we tackle the challenges. Tim is becoming more confident, and I'm starting to believe that we can handle any difficulties. We find solutions and deal with problems that arise along the way. This reduces my worries and helps me focus on supporting Tim further.
My anger hasn't disappeared, but now it's directed at protecting Tim from any potential threat. When we encounter difficulties or unpleasant situations, I remain resolute and ready to tackle any obstacle. In the end, our determination and bravery will help us overcome everything we encounter on our path.
In the end, our journey to the magical city becomes a true adventure. We manage to overcome all the challenges, enjoy the beauty, and learn many new things. Tim returns home full of impressions and happiness, and we, his emotions, are proud to have been part of this amazing journey. We've learned to handle our emotions and support each other in any situation, making our experience even more valuable and joyful.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe.